Okay. I came across something really interesting today. I posted something about Elon Musk, about whom I know very little, but I keep reading and hearing things that he's said about subjects various from all over the world. What I have seen of his ideas are pretty middle of the road, conventional, which is not his fault. But the thing I was commenting on was a pronouncement not made by him that he was a, quote, high-value individual, and therefore we should listen to what he has to say about the London race, the British race riots at the moment. I didn't know that he was read up on that. And I wondered on what grounds. And I asked, what are his works? Which was slightly facetious from my own point of view, because works do not confer value for me. Everybody remains equally valued, no matter their works. But works are definitely evidence of some level of achievement and study and application, let's say. And I just don't know what his are. At least not in that crass way that status implies. I don't have much time for status. Anyway, I got natural responses. On the one side, I got his works are his businesses, what he owns, okay, and the counter that he's super right-wing and feeds many hateful people. Incites, I suppose they meant. And then I thought, well, yes, but the responsibility of hateful people is the hateful people, as far as I'm concerned. He can say stuff. It's the people who go and listen to it that are responsible in my world. The business champion revealed a lot of really weird stuff. Presumptions about who I am, that I should ask this question, that he has no way of knowing. He assumes, for instance, that I'm a Democrat who lives on welfare. The Democrat notion is not a stretch. One is either one or the other, apparently, in America. It takes far too long to explain what a third thing would be. But living on welfare? This is just a strain, a tendency I recognized. It seems Musk is a hero to this chap, an exemplar, a good fellow, a pillar of society, which he is to many for reasons that for them are significant, if you like, his works. And maybe Musk imagines everybody but him is a Democrat on some kind of welfare. I don't have an opinion on him, only that his pronouncements seem predictable and limited. Predictable for a very wealthy man, that is. They're pretty usual. I have a very high opinion of, say, an unwealthy man, Norman Finkelstein, and his works. I know of his works. They are there to be known. And he is very expressive and clear to hear. And again, I'd say that his prowess in honesty or self-knowledge does not mean I'd ask him to fix my car. Or if he says something about Shakespeare, I might think you know very little about that. To date, he has often said, I know nothing or very little about such and such. As far as I know, this might be exactly what Elon Musk prefaces when he says, how he prefaces what he says. It isn't so much him, as much in this life, as his groupies, who have objectified him, for whom he has become, because he is so rich in a kind of wealth, a Solomon. That may be why Solomon became a Solomon. A proportion of men in his society too were obsessed with wealth, like men of the church might be about God, or scientists about science. Their works are the making of money. Since I do not see the works, does this mean they are or not? They are there or not? My antagonist says he owns these businesses that employ people. Yes, I have employed people too at some point. Hopefully all of us will get a chance, though I do not think it should become a habit. Not wise. Having followers is an odd term, but I am none the wiser on his works, what he actually does, creatively, expressively, or otherwise. What defines him beyond being rich and famous and owning? As before with Margaret Atwood, Margaret Atwood is a very good writer. Her works are there to be seen. I have tried to read her and just peter out quickly, which is no doubt my fault. But even if I thought her brilliant, I disagree with her about Republicans, and that not in disliking them, which I do, or at least the stuff they profess to believe, but in consigning them to somewhere beneath her, or to being evil. Finkelstein holds up one side of the world, let's say the other side from Musk. The only difference in quality is that Finkelstein is very, very clear about what he thinks and accepts that he alone is saying what he is, taking responsibility for the flack he assuredly gets. The other side of the world would say, as the Musk lover said, "Let me set you straight." The presumption that he is qualified to set me straight is extraordinary. He has no idea who I am, nor I he, but I guess he lives in a world where he believes in those who set us straight. Not a democratic world. Nor I he, except he is calling himself the setter of things straight, to which I would say, show me your works, O Solomon. As far as I can tell, he is of the right, and if he is, I suspect this is a lot about what is going on the right. Massive, unjustified, evidence-free assumption about who other people are, especially those who challenge them. Dehumanizing the enemy sounds very in today. Maybe that's what I'm unconsciously connecting, but this is most definitely not going to work. This setting me straight, unless I am obedient and or impressed by him. Does he live in a world surrounded by people who he feels he can set straight? Or is this just a fantasy he has upon waking? I'm not that impressed by anybody, to be honest. That doesn't register in my love of humanity. Musk, Finkelstein, or Atwood, to have them set me straight, then really we are at the funny end of things. Just as Elon has no works, examples of expression of something individual, it seems that we do not extend this question to anyone. We are definitely my antagonist has no curiosity about me. Curious. I'm okay with this, but it makes of him someone I need not engage with. His values do not include expressing himself clearly or valuing a clear picture of anyone else. Strange. And this seems to be a habit of the other side, my side. Picked up maybe in the fray. Now we hate like the other side do. In fact, truthfully, we are the masters of this objectifying. We are, in my lifetime, the original objectifiers. My Musk groupie construed me an enemy on a few words I posted, consigned me to welfare and to the Democrat Party. How quickly we do this too. Not so much to say, oh, she believes that, look at her hat, but no interest in why she does. Going forward, this will not get either of us anywhere. And be assured I'm not here to assimilate. Why can't we all just get along? But what we have now only really allows for violence and dismissal or dismissal. Cancelling. We might be able to fight fair, to shout out like Buddhist monks. Yes, they do.